Welcome to Not Your Average Neighbor, the podcast celebrating inspiring individuals and the amazing work they do in our community. I'm Ann Roushar, your host, inviting you to join me as we shine a light on stories of resilience, connection, and good news. Let's build a neighborhood that uplifts and inspires, one story at a time. Howdy, neighbors. It's Ann Roushar. Not your average neighbor. I am here with one of my favorite people on the planet, Mandy Vela, and I am so excited to have her with us today. For those of you who don't know who Mandy is, she is an artist manager and project director for Randy Bacon Photography and Film and an 8 Billion Ones humanitarian art movement. Mandy Vela. She is an artist. She is. Mandy Vela is an artist, manager, deeply committed to the power of storytelling and transformative impact of human connection. Mandy has always been passionate about a couple things, art and humans. And her journey began when she started her own story as a part of Randy Bacon's The Art of Being Me exhibition and instantly recognized the profound impact of his work. Inspired by the movement, she knew she wanted to be involved in bringing stories like these to the world in a way that she could. Mandy also loves dance and performs regularly with a traditional Latin and Hispanic folklorico. How do you say that?
Folklorico.
Thank you. I'm super white. Uh,
And you
Dance
can
group
just
known as the Grupo Latino Americano, and she is committed always to aspiring to be a better version of herself, as well as being an advocate and ally for marginalized groups and voices in her immediate and global community. Welcome, Mandy Vela. I am just so excited to have you here today. I, I'm constantly thinking of what guests I can have and who and to be honest, we haven't saw each other in a few years, but I know that you've been doing this project. Well, first it was a project and I didn't realize that that's where you went. You went to work with Randy. So that's so amazing. And again, everything happens for a reason. It was a reason that you were brought there. And I'm so excited to hear about this journey. When I think about our friendship, because we go back to the 1900s.
we sure do.
And my brain isn't as great as it used to be, but I just remember you being with Brian. Is that how our friend Brian Tripp, is that how you were
Yes.
introduced to the group?
Yes. Yes. I was friends with Brian, and then he brought me in to all of the Anns and Jody. And I just was like, oh my God, all of these amazing people. And
I
I don't know if
know.
everybody liked me at first.
Did I not? I'm pretty sure I probably did.
Yeah. I just know we had a lot of fun together. We had a lot of fun
We
together.
we have had a lot of fun, a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And that's how I got in the group too. Brian is the conduit to all of these friendships that I have as well. So I'm just
Yeah.
so lucky to call him friend and so happy and lucky to call you my friend.
Same.
See?
Same. I'm so happy to
So
be here.
yes, I'm so glad you're here. And thank you for taking time on your day off, by the way, and having a whirlwind trip to St. Louis. So, for those of you who don't know, you reside in Springfield, Missouri, correct?
That's correct.
And I can't believe I haven't been to visit you. I'm very embarrassed by that fact because
It's okay.
Springfield feels like it's a vibe that I would love. And
Yeah.
I just need to make that happen. But I hate driving in a car. Um,
Well, we also have airports,
I
although
know. You
there's been a
do.
lot
You
of
have an
planes
airport
flying out
there?
of the sky lately, so I don't know. Should.
I know that's true.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
true.
I'm sorry if I cuss. I
And
apologize.
that's okay. No, we can cuss. That's
Okay.
what makes
Yeah.
it good.
Okay.
We do also have airports, so there's no excuse for me not to have been down there before. And I plan to add that to my list of things to do for 2025 because
Okay, yay!
it's simply embarrassing. Also, you have a son, Julian. Is
Yeah,
he graduating this year?
he is. He is in the home stretch, girl. He's like has senioritis like nothing you've ever seen before. He's like, "Get me out of here."
Yes, yes. Does he have plans or is he gonna take a year off or what's he gonna do after?
I mean, I'm going to be honest, he does not love school. Unfortunately, he takes after his mama in that way. Just he loves learning, but he doesn't love the structure of our public school system. And, there's a lot of flaws there. So he definitely is ready to like live some life and go to work
Good.
and get a job and like do that for a while. He actually keeps talking about moving to Japan.
Oh,
And yeah, we he got to go there and take a trip with his dad last summer, and he was just like, "That is the most amazing place in the world. I want to live there. I want to go to school there." He's an artist. He's a creative, so I imagine that he will end up going to art school at some point. But he knows, like, we've gotten this information for him, and he now knows that he can go teach English in Japan and get paid to live there. And
yeah.
so I feel like that's pretty strongly on his radar.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Jackson was the same way.
Yeah,
Not great.
yeah,
Not, he's smart. He can figure shit
yeah,
out, but he's not in a box. And
yeah.
unfortunately, that's how it is. You have to be put in a box. And that's probably my one regret is that I put him in the box to just comply and not let
Mm,
him do him a little bit more. It's
yeah.
something that it will probably haunt me the rest of my life just because I wanted him to be, you know, the person that everyone expected. And I'm
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
So why the hell would I
Right.
put that pressure on him?
That
Like
part.
Jesus.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I mean, the beautiful thing is it's not too late. He's
that's
very young and he still can change his life a million times over.
yes. Oh, and I
The
hope he
Lord
does.
knows.
I hope he does.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, Japan, that will be a long ways away from mama.
Hey, I'm ready to go.
Oh, good. Good.
Yeah, I'm ready to go travel. I mean, I'm really hanging tight for him to sort of get himself out of high school and figure out what his next chapter is. And
Mhm.
then, I have a beloved who has come into my life, and we've talked about, like maybe applying for our digital nomad visa and like, moving to Spain or moving somewhere in Europe and just living somewhere else. Maybe even, I mean, Mexico potentially too. So there's a lot of opportunity, there's a lot of options, and we'll figure it out. But
Absolutely.
he
And,
loves
that's
it.
really important. A lot of parents, they're empty nesters, what am I going to do? And I'm like, go, do you.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's never, see, I don't live in the box and I never have and I never will. And so
Yeah.
and I
That's probably why
also
we connected immediately because we don't. I mean, let's be real. I am a people pleaser and I do try to make sure that I am following the rules, but then also I turned 40 and now I'm 50 and the fucks that I give are less and less and less.
yeah, that is the beauty of just
Age.
becoming more mature, just becoming more mature. I mean, just you have a better understanding of yourself and the things that used to matter just don't fucking matter. They never mattered, but we come to a place where we understand that, and that is a
Mhm.
beautiful thing. So,
It
yeah.
is. And when I see kids figure it out sooner, I'm like, You are going
Yes.
to conquer the world because you have figured it out, especially this Gen Zs. Like they
Oh,
just,
they energize me, girl. I'm like, "You get the fuck out there and you do that
yes,
shit, and I'm
I
behind
know.
you." Yeah,
The
I
fact
love
that
it.
they don't feel like they have to settle down and, get married and have babies at 20, like that's
Oh,
refreshing,
yep, yes.
because it's not it's not recommended, especially when your
Well, and
brain isn't fully
here's the
developed.
thing, like yeah, I just think there are all these weird societal, like, standards that were created by fucking whom? The
Right,
patriarchy.
exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I love when someone understands their agency and their autonomy, and they're like, "I get to make my own choices. This is my brain and my body and my life. Like, why would I live it for anyone else?" You know? So
Mhm,
that's
mhm.
amazing
I
to be
agree.
inspired. Yeah, yeah.
I agree.
I mean,
Well, we're going to go
we got
into our first segment, Mandy Vela. I want you to tell
yay!
me something good.
I mean, I know a lot of good things. Honestly, I'm pretty blessed. Like, I have a beautiful community. I have a beautiful life. I do the work that I love, and doesn't even feel like a job most of the time. Something good. Let's see. Well, I just came back from a trip to St. Louis in which my boss and I had created a large scale art exhibition. So, photography, like portraits, beautiful fine art portraits. We did conversation short films, and I write. I'm a writer, so I did like the story for each person, and we did a reveal of this exhibition around folks who are living with Down syndrome. So it's stories. Some of the people were able to share their story themselves in their own voices, but a lot of times it was friends and family that were pitching in to share what their experience has been with these beautiful people. We partnered with an organization called Down Syndrome Association of Greater St. Louis, and we got to unveil it for Down Syndrome World Down Syndrome Day. And yeah, which was so awesome. And yeah, the work is just so beautiful. It's I don't know how many of you out there that have had the opportunity to interact or engage with someone who has Down syndrome, but I think there is something incredibly special about those human beings, and they really are light. They are just
Mhm.
light embodied in a human being, and they are joy, and they are unfettered love, and it is like they're precious. And
They
so,
are precious. They are precious. I'm a big fan of Down for Love, which is on
yeah.
Netflix. And
Oh,
the way that they have to work at manners and conversation and knowing, boundaries,
sure.
the way that we all should be doing that.
Yes,
But
absolutely.
they every time I watch that show and how much they're just such special people. I can't, it gives me goosebumps to watch them like
Yeah.
figure out love um
Um,
and they're really special humans. I agree. And so that sounds like an incredible opportunity to embrace love with those people. I'm sure your heart is like 1,000 times bigger after that weekend.
Yes, yes. I feel that way after every project that we do, but gosh, I mean, that is probably one of my favorite projects that we have done for sure. It's just
Amazing. Now, how
I
did
love it.
you get into this? Like, tell me that story on how you got connected with this and now are working with Randy.
Yeah, so I was working for an organization, a community of an extremely large community mental health organization here that was called Rural Behavioral Health. And at that time, I loved what I was doing. I was part of the communications and marketing team there. And it felt like I was right where I was supposed to be. It was, I had come from the fitness world and I wasn't able to do that kind of physical wellness anymore. My body kind of was like, forget that shit, that's not your long game. And so so that sort of transition then to like mental and emotional wellness felt very organic, and like being in a space of championing that felt, great. So I did that for almost 6 years, but toward the end of that time, we had a foundation that was going to be resurrected. And so the new ED that was coming in to lead that charge set forth to create kind of like a big, like a project or something to sort of showcase the foundation being resurrected in the community. She wanted to do something really special. And so she reached out to Randy Bacon, who actually is local here, although he's known all over the world. But he's a photographer and filmmaker, and he lives here in Springfield. So she connected with him and she said, hey, listen, I really want to highlight the journey of mental health and what that looks like for different people. And I want to create an art exhibition around that. Well, what do you think? He's all, and I was seeing her. Oh, go ahead.
No, it was
Go ahead.
just, it's cutting out again. I hate to say that, but it's not your voice, it's the video. So anyway, we'll just figure it out.
Okay.
Most people will listen to this and not watch it.
Okay.
So I mean, once they hear your voice, they're gonna want to watch it because they're gonna be like, she sounds beautiful.
You're so funny. Bless you.
So just know that it's delaying a little bit, but I don't want to interrupt. I just wanted to make sure that I mentioned that. So
Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. I hate that. But
that's okay. It's okay. It's the internet.
okay. Yes, that part. So anyway, I was so inspired by her drive and just her energy, and I was feeling a little stagnant in my role. And so I just asked my director, like, can I work with her on this project? And I asked her, hey, can I jump in on this? And she needed the help. And so she was like, I would love that. And so I got to, from the beginning of that project, become involved. And I ended up becoming a subject of the exhibition as well. So I shared my story or part of my story, and had my portrait taken, and was a part of the whole thing. And it was called The Art of Being Me. And
Do
so
you
when I
have that picture hanging in your house, by the way? It's
it's not
beautiful.
hanging because I have a gigantic that Randy gave me, like a huge print copy of it, and it's like an entire wall. And I'm like, I'm not fucking putting my face on an entire wall in my house. That's so weird. So
I don't know. I would. It's beautiful. It is a gorgeous picture.
thank you so much. But anyway, when I met Randy and when I started going to the gallery on a regular basis, I just instantly was like, I'm supposed to be here. Like, this is where I belong. And so I just started saying to him every time I would go, you just let me know when you're ready to hire me. I'm ready. Like, just let me know when you have a position open up and you need my help. And surely you need to hire a third person for your team. And I just literally kept saying that to him. And then I'm telling you, probably 5 or 6 months later, the person that was in the role that I'm in now decided that she needed to leave for personal reasons, to like for her family. And so I applied for the position, and Randy was, yeah, it was crazy. I manifested the fuck out of that.
You did. You absolutely did. I believe
Yeah.
wholeheartedly in manifestation. There is a giveaway today that I'd really like to be a recipient of the tickets to this event. And I did all the things, and this morning in the shower, I'm like, I am winning those tickets. I'm winning those tickets. And I'm going to win those tickets. I find out today. I
Okay. You are going to
will
win those tickets.
stay tuned.
I love it. I love it. They're
Well,
yours. I already
that
know.
is awesome. I love that so much. So you started working with Randy and you're doing, so tell me what an artist manager does.
Yeah. So we are literally a team of two. He does have one other employee that is an editor. So he like edits photographs and he's his tech and he's been with him for like 20 years. But it's basically just Randy and I. And so what I do for him or what we do together, well, we do every single project together as a team. But we kind of like dream the big dream together and we say, okay, what in a perfect world, like who would we want, whose story do we want to tell, who do we want to photograph, who do we want to
Mhm.
partner with, what feels meaningful to share out into the world. And then we just like make a big list and I reach out to folks. A lot of times, honestly, the projects have just been coming to us. Like I feel like that's kind of how it goes. You know, once you do one big project and people see that beautiful project, then they want to be involved and have their organization or their, community highlighted. And so we've been very lucky in that it has just sort of been one thing after the next, and people have just reached out to us. And so, like,
That's my goal
and then,
here, by the way, just so that you guys all
yeah,
know. I mean, my goal is to share people's good news stories, amazing things in the community. It is not, it is, sharing good news is not the most popular thing to do, by the way. We could talk a lot of shit and that would probably get more
mm,
views, but listen, we need good news. We need good people. We need to share it. So I just want to throw that out there to the universe as well is bring me your good
mm,
news, your good people. You're not your average neighbors because this is what we need. And I'm so glad that you're getting those come to you. I'm manifesting this now. Bring them to me. I
yeah.
want all the good news stories.
Yeah, I mean, I think too, and sometimes, not everything we do is like good news, but what it is that we are sharing humanity with each other. Like, a lot of times we're telling the stories of folks who may not otherwise have the opportunity to share their story. They may not have the platform, they may not have the resources. So, like some of the projects we've done over the years, we've done like an entire series on homeless friends, unsheltered population. We did then a story about a low barrier homeless services shelter in Kansas City called Restart, and we're able to share the stories of people becoming coming out of homelessness and getting into a home, but also what it takes to really help someone sustain that lifestyle, because you can just put someone in a house after they've been on the streets for a long time and expect them to be successful, right? We have to provide tools and resources to those people. So we got to tell that story. And then we've gotten to share stories of people in the Kansas City community who are doing beautiful work, like all different, from all different organizations. We have an ongoing partnership with the Museum of Kansas City. And so we're actually going to be doing another segment of that exhibition soon. And it'll be a whole new round of people. But we just recently finished
Oh, so
an exhibition.
sorry, you said you're going to be doing a segment of it, so you're just starting. Will you share with me once it's like live at the museum so I can,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, of
When do you
course.
think
And as
that
of
that
right
will be?
I think we'll probably end up working with them this fall. They are in the midst of rebranding the whole museum, but we have a permanent exhibition on the third floor of their museum, and you
Okay.
can go on the website and see it. Yeah, it's called KC Together. But we also just recently completed a body of work on the Catawba Indian Reservation, the Catawba people in Rock Hill, South Carolina, which was a big blessing. I actually was on the reservation in our last day of like shooting and filming when I found out that my dad had died. And
Mm.
it was, I honestly, like, while I would have wish to have been there,
Mhm.
it actually felt like an incredible, like a gift almost from the universe that I be on that sacred land with these beautiful people. And that felt really special. So, we were sharing the story of these, indigenous people who have been on this land for 14,000 years and continuing this tradition of pottery. We get to do so many special, things. We meet so many incredible people, and we get to share their stories out into the world, and that just feels, it just feels incredible. I think,
Yeah.
like, you can look at someone and you can make all kinds of assumptions about that person, and you can, think that you hate someone or think that, you don't have anything in common with them. But I promise you,
Mhm.
promise you, if you take the time to sit with a person and listen, just listen, you will have everything in common with them. You will connect.
That is so true. Chris Taylor. Do you remember Chris Taylor? He's a cutie from back in the 1900s as well. He worked out in DC for about 10 years. Yeah, I think no, maybe longer.
Okay.
Anyway, his story a few episodes ago was that he 2020 made him want to be more present, more focused on
Yes.
what people are saying because time is fleeting. We may have to, be
Yeah.
uh, in our homes again. Like you just have to do that work and really be mindful and meet people where they are. Um,
That part.
now
That
that
part.
part, yeah, that it's not easy.
Mm.
Especially when there are people in your life that, you know, I won't go there, but it's not easy to meet people where they are all the time. However, it is a life
Yeah.
lesson that we all should be remembering and doing. And so that sounds like an amazing
Yeah.
experience. I'm hearing these stories and I'm like, Mandy Vela was made for this. This was your calling. Like, I am so flipping excited for you. Like, I think back,
Um,
when you moved to Seattle,
mhm.
27 years ago, and you started dancing, like, you were in a dance group, right?
Yeah, I was dancing salsa. Yeah.
Yes, yes. And then, so I'm thinking, from there, not that I'm not trying to diminish that, but it's always been art and entertainment
Yes,
and for you. So the fact
yes,
that now you are getting to live your life and live this dream, and make an impact and make people feel special, like it's totally the stars aligned, and this is it. I'm so excited for you.
oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I love it with every ounce of my being. I really do. They say, like, do the work that you love and you'll never work a day in your life. And it's such a cheesy cliche thing, but like that is the facts. Those are the facts, ma'am. Like that
Mhm,
shit is
mhm,
truth through and through. And
mhm.
I do feel like people really do kind of get caught up in, like, I gotta make a paycheck, I gotta do, and you do. We all do. We
Yeah,
have to pay our
yeah.
bills, and we do. But I think I got to a point in my life where I just recognized, like, man, there are just some things that you can't compromise. You cannot compromise your happiness. You
Mhm,
cannot compromise, you know, um, like I was in a corporate environment and I was miserable.
mhm.
I felt like I had served my purpose in that role and I had put in my time and I felt very depleted. I just got to the point where I'm like, this is not fulfilling me anymore. And the culture is, a freaking grind culture that I just want nothing to do with. Like, I'm
Mhm,
giving all of my energy for this, you know, for a machine, and I want it out. And so I just
mhm,
really started thinking, like, what is it that I love? What do I connect to? And what are the ways in which I can do that for a living? And then quite literally it presented itself to me. But I think you got to really like lean in and ask yourself the questions. What can I sacrifice? Like, could I make a little less money if the perfect opportunity came along? Or maybe if I don't get vacation, maybe I get like the perfect schedule that just makes my life so much better, or whatever it might be. But I
Mhm.
think we are not here for a long time. And I think you really
That's
have
true.
to choose how you want to show up in the world every day and what you want from this life. We get to choose,
Mhm.
but I think it's like just getting into that mindset is can be really challenging for some folks.
Oh, for sure. And I just think uh taking chances, saying yes,
Yep.
doing things that make you uncomfortable
Yes.
is the only way that you're going to grow and
Yes.
learn and figure out life and who you are as a human being. So,
Yep.
congratulations for taking that leap. That is huge. And for finding this and having it find you, because you have to be open to that opportunity for it to find you, right? So,
Yeah, absolutely.
job well done. I can't wait to hear and see more. Does Randy
Mm.
have a Facebook, Instagram, or whatever? Any
Yep.
social
We have
medias?
websites. Yeah. So his IG is just Randy Bacon. Um, and
Okay.
then and then we also have a Facebook page which is 8 billion ones. So that is our humanitarian art movement. It's the number 8 billion ones, all one word. That's the web. There's a website for that. Then there's randybacon.com, but the Facebook page is 8 billion ones. I man the
Okay.
page. And we just share stories. We share human stories every day. Um,
Amazing.
yeah, it's really beautiful. And that is actually a nonprofit. So 8 billion ones is um it's a not for profit art movement, humanitarian art movement that we just want to share as many stories of the 8 billion people on this planet as possible while we're here. So,
Hey, speaking of art, do you see my picture
yeah,
that
I
Pax
do. Oh,
is back?
Paxton made it.
Hmm. Him and his wife,
I love it.
Abby, are just such special people. And even Jackson has
Oh,
been a part of their community. They have a 237 collective, and
yep.
where they
I actually
spotlight.
follow.
Do you? Okay, good, good. Yeah, they're
Yep.
doing amazing things um in our community, but for young people to have a place to feel belonged to,
Mhm.
like
Yep.
belonging is no matter what, you always want to feel like you belong to something. And I
You know
think that
what's
they
so
do a really
funny?
good job of that.
That's beautiful. The name
Hmm.
of that Down syndrome exhibition is called Belonging.
Hmm. Yeah, it's so important. We all need to have a group of people where we feel safe and where
Yes,
they want us to grow and do amazing things. So, shout out to
agreed.
237 Collective. The
Hey.
reason I brought that up is because Paxton's dad, correct?
Yep. We dated
Yep.
when we were teenagers.
Oh, that's
He
so
was one of my
cute.
boyfriends.
Well, he did a
He's an
great
incredibly
job.
talented artist.
Yeah, and he did a great job
Mm,
just creating this very talented human who, is doing great things in our
yeah.
community. So shout out to Paxton and
Um,
Abby and Paxton's dad.
yeah. Yeah. I love it.
So the next thing I want to just kind of spotlight is, what is a favorite thing that you're using, that you're doing, that you're serving, that you're seeing, something that really sparks a light in you and says, "Oh my God, every time I see that, that's my favorite."
Ooh, gosh. Damn, there's like a lot of things. Um,
First one that comes to mind.
so like in the community or just in life in general?
Yeah, in your community, uh, or in life, you know?
Mm. Shit. This feels
That's okay. And if you don't
give me
have one, that's okay.
no, I do. I probably have too many. That's the problem. So
Okay.
give me an example of like one for you.
Okay. So, they're a little dirty and don't come after me for that but these are one of my favorite thing. My husband, I saw these on Instagram a few years back, and this is my second pair because I love them so much, but it says bad, and then it's a donkey. Uh, Badass.
That's
They're made by
hilarious.
Incas, and every time I wear
Okay.
them, I get compliments because people are like, "Bad, what is that animal?" And then they figure it out, and I'm like,
That's hilarious. I love it. I love it. Oh, shoot. Okay. I mean, damn, there's so many things I love. I can't
I know.
believe
Do you have a favorite artist right now in the community? Are you working on any other like projects with other communities that, I mean, right now I'm thinking trans people in Iowa are just, they
yeah.
need all of our support. And
Yeah, we have a really fabulous, yeah, I mean, there's a couple different groups that I would highlight for sure. Glow, the Glow Center. So that is a center for, the LGBTQIA plus youth community. And that is a safe space for them. And they are supported in every way you can think of. The staff there is phenomenal. And yeah, they're an incredible group. That actually, Chapel Roan recently just she donated a signed copy of Rolling Stone to them, or to
oh,
be auctioned
awesome.
off, and then that money would go to benefit the Glow Center because she's from this area. She's from
Oh,
Willard.
wow.
She's from Springfield, essentially.
No.
Yeah. So she has big love. Yeah, she has big love for the community here, and she's really like gives back here, which is amazing.
That's
But then
awesome.
two, yeah, so I host, or occasionally I host. I actually started out in the beginning. There's this platform, this called the Melody Room, that my friend Sam Timmerman created here in Springfield. And it is an open mic, but it is not your average open mic, ma'am.
Love
Like they
it.
have a full live band that is a phenomenal band full of phenomenal musicians, and they will support like the singers that want to come up and do songs. But then like it's like poets, comedians, sing. It's not just music. And so anyway, we have to have people sign up because it's gotten to be so popular in this community. But it is quite literally, I'm saying like 200 people turn out to this thing.
I've
And
seen you promote it, and you
yeah,
also performed, right?
no, I haven't. I'm not,
Oh,
it's not
you
about me. No, it's not about
girl,
me. No, I'm not
stop it
doing
right
it.
now.
I'm not doing
The
it.
the people need to hear your voice. She
Yeah,
has an
they
amazing
do.
singing voice.
Yeah, right. You do. You
Oh
do.
no.
Yeah.
I've retired. I say I have rusty pipes. They're retired.
Well, anyway, that community has grown so much, and it really has created this beautiful, safe, supportive space for people to be creative out loud, whether
Hmm.
they've been doing it a long time, like their first time ever on stage. Like that is an incredible opportunity for folks to feel
Hmm.
connected and to feel
Hmm.
seen and heard. And I love that too. And I want to give shouts out to Melody Room and Sam Timmerman for that.
Shout out to Melody Room and Sam Timmerman. That sounds amazing.
Uh-huh. Sam
Sounds like
Timmerman. Yep.
I will share the we'll share the social. I think I follow that because it just looks like it's a
Yeah.
vibe.
Yep. For sure. It is that.
Okay, so I mean, you've kind of talked to me about this already, but is there a outstanding neighbor in your community that you want to shout out and praise today?
I mean, there are many. Honestly, I feel very lucky that I have been able to embed myself in the Springfield community and really align with different organizations and groups that, have the same morals and ethics and values that I do, that care about supporting and providing resources to the people that need it. So I would give a shout out to actually where I work, at Randy Bacon Gallery, right next door to us is kind of along the same line of the work that we just did. There's a place called the Upside Down Mercantile. And it is a little store that was created by Down Syndrome Association of the Ozarks. Yes. And so the executive director and a couple of the staff created this store, and the people, the clients, right, folks that have Down syndrome, get to come in, they get to create their own line of products. And then the staff help them with their branding and their marketing. And then they sell these products in this mercantile, in this store. And it is absolutely awesome. It is like the coolest place. I love it so much. And they're right next door to us. So I get to walk by there every day.
Oh my
And
gosh.
I just think it's amazing that they
It
are
is
empowering
amazing.
the
And it makes them feel
community to,
important. It makes them
yeah,
feel
and they're
like
having
they
their
are
own
doing
businesses.
something.
Yes. Yeah. They get to be entrepreneurs. They get to like live out their, entrepreneurial dreams. And I just think it's so special.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
brilliant. Brilliant. Are
Yeah.
they on Instagram and Facebook as well?
They are.
Okay.
Yep. Upside
Upside
down.
down
Yeah.
mercantile. Oh my God. All
Uh-huh.
right. I'm following them
Yep.
immediately. Immediately. Thank you for saying yes to this opportunity. Thank you for joining
Mm.
me. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being my friend. Thank you for
Oh,
being
thank you.
not your average neighbor. You are a blessing to the world, and I love you so much. And
I love
just
you so
thank you
much.
for that. So, everyone,
Thank
don't forget to
you.
follow, like, share, comment on all the things on this about this podcast or about any of them. You can follow me on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts. I mean, the list goes on. So just do it. You will be glad you did. We are inspiring and uplifting and sharing stories about good people on this podcast. And thank you again, Mandy. I love you. And have
You.
a great week, everyone.
Love you.